Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're talking about tomorrow's content in NBA 2K26 Myteam with a Wild Gem shooting guard, Brandon Ingram, a 6'10 shooting guard. That's an interesting card. Exchange Miles Bridges as well, and then a Will Richard card. Also, he might be really interesting as a budget PG. Also, Jrue Holiday and Ron Artest in packs. So a pretty loaded drop tomorrow. 2 new pink diamonds instead of 1 is a little interesting in of itself as well. It's kind of a fascinating drop, in all honesty. Obviously really interested to see what Will Richard and Miles Bridges look like in terms of animations and stuff. I got to take a look at those cards for sure. But in general, before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's take a look at these cards. We'll start by taking a look at Artest and Holiday because we already know what they're going to look like on paper. We can look at their hidden gems. Definitely both cards that are going to be very good. Artest is an elite shooter with Rudy Gay's jumper, which is obviously phenomenal. Luka escape pippin behind the back is pretty decent. Brunson's drag back, I'm not 100% sure how good it is this year, to be honest, but I do know that he's got a very nice jump shot, and obviously he's an elite defender as well. 90 driving dunk. Like, he's a very versatile, very good card. Comes with a lot of good badges. This is probably the second or third best shooting guard in the game for sure at this point. Like, he's going to be on that Scottie Pippen level, I would think, as a card, in all honesty. Is he quite as good? Probably not. Is he really, really good? Yes, I would think so. This is a top 2 shooting guard in my team for sure. Definitely a guy who's likely going to be, top 3 shooting guard for sure. Probably not as good as Dr. J. Well, definitely not as good as Dr. J. And probably not, well, him and Pippen are probably about the same. I'd say he's about the second best shooting guard in the game. I think he looks really, really good on paper. And Jrue Holiday, not quite the same. He's not the slasher, but he's got pretty good movement, a great jumper, and great defense. He's like a better version, slightly bigger version of a Jason Kidd, Sidney Moncrief type of card. 6'5" with a 6'7" wingspan. Honestly, his jumper's really good. His escape's decent. Pro dribble style. He's going to move okay. He's good. He's going to be overpriced. That's my issue with Jrue more than anything else, is that I just think he's realistically going to wind up being more expensive than he needs to be, because honestly, he's a really solid card. I just think 2K is probably not going to quite do right by him like they probably should in terms of price point and odds, obviously. Them dropping him like this pretty much guarantees that he's just not going to fit odds-wise, and in terms of what his price is going to be, you know what I mean? So he's a card who's going to be very good. If you could get him for 600K, okay, maybe. But if he's 1.4 mil, obviously not. You know what I'm saying? Even at 600K, it's a lot. So I don't know. That's kind of the issue there. Both those guys will likely be pretty rare, but I do think they will be good. BI, Miles Bridges, and Will Richard are interesting. We'll start with BI. The weird thing about BI for me is that he already has a Wild Gem pink diamond. So, like, they're dropping a second Wild Gem Brandon Ingram. Because it's not this card. This card's already out. He's in packs. They're dropping a second Wild Gems Brandon Ingram, except one that's shooting guard eligible. How much better will his stats and badges be, especially on the defensive end of the court? Because he's going to be better than this one. I guarantee it. How much better? Is he going to have 90 speed, 90 dunk, 85 defense? We'll see. He could be really good, though. He's 6'10", 7'3" wingspan. The honest truth is, I don't really know what BI's jumper looks like this year specifically, though. Haven't tried it. Last year, it was better than people realized for a lot of the year, I would say. I don't know what it looks like this year. I also just don't know what his SIGs look like this year either. I don't think they're going to be, I think they're going to be decent. He's got Paul George escape and Booker dribble. Oh, he kind of moving, actually. That's not bad. I think he's got the Harden drag back as well, which is one that you can kind of cancel out of pretty effectively. So that's kind of cool as well. And his, hold up. I pulled him up in freestyle. His jumper kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, this BI card might be kind of tough. How tough will he be to get is my question, because Paul George escape, decent drag back you can kind of cancel out of. Obviously, very nice dunk animations as well, and a good jumper at 6'10". I know he doesn't have the player build that's going to be like elite. He's not going to quite be a massive 6'10". He's going to be like a 6'10", looks 6'8", 6'9". His player build's not massive, but look at the shot. Look at the movement. This is on 84 overall base freestyle Brandon Ingram. Like, this card's going to be pretty darn nice. That's a solid card. I'm interested to see how expensive he winds up being. Fingers crossed for a more attainable exchange would be my hope, because he's obviously one of the less big names. Last couple weeks, we've gotten AK and Penny Hardaway and guys like that. Bane was definitely an easier exchange. Even AK was a somewhat easier exchange. This BI card, if he's not a super hard exchange, might be a guy that a lot of people consider picking up. With his size at shooting guard, he's going to be a nice card. I have no doubt about that. Miles Bridges, I would think stat and badge wise, great. Animation wise, not sure. Let's see what his SIGs look like on his just on his normal card. AI escape, AI behind the back, Steph's drag back. Not great SIGs, honestly. Pro dribble style. What's his jumper really is the biggest question probably. Is it good? Is it smooth? Or is it kind of hitchy and ugly? He's probably not the best for this category of card anyway. I mean, the Diamond Wild Gem exchange cards we've gotten so far have been Ayton, Şengün, and Mitchell Robinson. So all bigs. It's nice to see a different position. But he's only 6'7" at small forward. Probably not amazing. Yeah, his jumper's... it's a little weird. It's not horrid. It's decently quick enough, but it does look kind of weird. I wouldn't say it's crazy fast, but honestly, it looks uglier than it actually is. I would say it's a decent shot. He's going to be a great slasher. Statistically, I would think he'll be pretty good. SIGs are kind of I mean, they're not, I don't know. He's going to be, he might be okay. He's going to be a great slasher. He's going to have pretty good stats and badges. I mean, honestly, look at this Emerald. For an Emerald card. 90 driving dunk, 78 3 ball, 75 speed. For an Emerald? That's pretty good. They boost up his defense a bit. He's a decent card. I could actually see this Miles Bridges being solid as well. So that's another like pretty interesting budget card for a small forward. That being said, a lot of people have OG Anunoby, they have Robert Covington, they have Bruce Bowen, they have whoever else it might be in terms of just budget small forwards. Not to mention obviously the more expensive, even better small forward options. So again, probably not absolutely goated, you know what I mean? But he could be decent. And then Will Richard, who I think is one of the most slept on rookies in all of basketball so far this year, has been really, really good for the Warriors so far. Definitely looks like a gem for them of an addition. Grant Williams base, Josh Okogie upper. He's a 6'5" point guard though, so he does have good size. Does Grant Williams jump shot, is it decent? I have no idea. Is Josh Okogie upper decent? I really have no idea. It's not bad. I just looked at it. Let's see. I'll show y'all. Jump shot is, I mean, honestly, I think I can work with that jump shot. It's not bad, especially for a PG. He's 6'5". He's got a decent behind the back. He's got a decent escape. He's got D-book dribble style again. So again, he's going to move okay. I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. I'm not saying he's unbelievable, but honestly, all things considered, I mean, this is a 67 overall that I'm using right now. I do think he's going to be quite a lot better than this, obviously, in terms of the way that he feels on the court and stuff. But, hey, I like his shot enough. He's 6'5", kind of a bulky player build. We'll see what his stats and badges look like. I would think he'll be decent defensively, though, because he's been a kind of a high-effort guy on the defensive end of the court for the Warriors this season. Obviously, has shot the ball well as well. So I'm hoping they make him solid. Could be a really good budget point guard as well. So, again, an interesting drop tomorrow. Will be fascinating to see what Brandon Ingram's exchange especially looks like in terms of the attainability and viability of being able to potentially get him for a more low money spent player. I'm hoping it's an exchange that's a bit closer to the Bane exchange than the other ones they've dropped. We'll see. The players and packs obviously are very good, but will likely be too expensive to really be worth picking up, although both very, very good options. It's an interesting Friday drop. It's not an unbelievable Friday drop, or sorry, it's an interesting Tuesday drop. I wouldn't say it's an unbelievable one, but I would say it's a decent set of content. And we've got some interesting budget names in here tomorrow and stuff too. So fingers crossed for an attainable exchange for BI. Fingers crossed they do Will Richard and Miles Bridges right, especially on the defensive end of the court. And we'll see what happens. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.